to celebrate the new home.
Oh, Newcastle Brown Ale. Hard to believe we met on Match.
Alright, welcome into your UFC 183 review. I was hoping to have a couple co-hosts here with me, because I'm pretty sick right now. So if this review sucks because I'm sick and it sounds terrible, hey, I'm gonna try to get through it, you know. But yeah, we'll start out with the main event and work our way backwards. Anderson Silva against Nick Diaz in the middleweight division, obviously. You know, I'm an Anderson Silva fan. That's no secret. I'm also a fan of the Diaz brothers. I think a lot of us are. Coming off that leg injury, you know, I kept telling people keep forgetting that this guy's almost 40 years old. And eventually, the wheels are going to fall off his career. It happens to everybody. I mean, if you've been a long-time MMA fan, you remember the way Chuck Liddell was getting knocked out by everyone. I think he even knocked himself out opening up the refrigerator one day. But you've seen all the greats fall. You know, remember Fedor? The fight with Rogers where it was like, whoa, Fedor's starting to slow down. And you could kind of see the writing on the wall with Silva. But, you know, coming back to fight another guy who's coming back, Nick Diaz, welterweight fighter moving up to middleweight. And that was an interesting matchup from the beginning. You know, if you're the UFC, you obviously want to give Silva a favorable matchup, and I thought he had that here. But at the same time, a tough competitor in Nick Diaz, who should have nothing taken away from him. Let's go through the fight. Round one. I mean, round one had it all. You got Nick Diaz, the dude just talking shit. As usual, he tried to bait Anderson into standing and banging with him, but he even had one point in the first round where Nick Diaz even laid on the canvas, laid up against the fence, like, come on, dude, let's go, you know. After the feeling out portion ended, Anderson Silva started landing some big jabs, some huge straight punches. He did eat a few shots as well, but I thought he won the stand-up in the opening round. He did throw two leg kicks. Question was answered early on. He did throw two leg kicks with that surgically repaired leg. And, you know, so that's probably a confidence builder for him. This was a confidence-building type fight for Silva. Diaz, like I said, just looking to bait Silva into a war. It worked at times, kind of, where he was able to catch Silva with a shot or two, but for the most part, Silva was just tagging Nick at range, his reach, his footwork. I had a 10-9 Silva after one. MG, glad you could make it. What'd you think, round one?
Yeah, sorry, I didn't see the invite till late. But round one, I had Silva 10-9. Honestly, that might have been one of the most entertaining first rounds. It might be one of the most entertaining first rounds we'll see all year, just because of the showmanship. And I agree. I think Silva was. They were pretty much filling each other out, obviously, and you know there was some gamesmanship in there. Both guys, you know, tagged each other a couple of times. I felt the flurry at the end of the first round that Silva started to land when he kind of had Diaz backpedaling. Is what really secured it. You know, coming into the first round, I was really just trying to see how did Silva look. His demeanor was completely different in this fight. Probably the most serious Silva we've seen since the first Sonnen fight.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he was more serious than even more than the second Weidman fight. You know, he was dead set focused. And so I was really looking to see, you know, was that quickness still there? Boxing looked really good tonight. We'll get to that throughout the fight. Really clean. But I think Nick Diaz had a solid round himself as well. He was landing too. I just felt like that flurry towards the end is what gave, you know, tipped it over to Silva's hand. But I believe after the first round they were tied in striking in terms of thrown and landed.
Yeah, I thought Silva's shots were a little more effective. I mean, you saw Diaz going with the leg kicks early on, not to the injured portion of the left leg, but to the thigh. I thought Silva hit the more significant strikes, but there's a lot of people jumping on Silva's nuts over this performance. Oh, he's done. Blah blah blah. He won't be able to beat anybody in the top 15 in that division or whatever. And I gotta sit there and laugh because this dude. We all saw that injury.
Yeah.
There's a mental hurdle that he's going to have to get over. And you saw that during this fight. You saw him acting tentative. And another thing that you saw, there were obviously two things on his mind. Number one was the leg. He's got to learn. He's got to learn to trust that again. Number two is, did you notice how he kept his hands up more?
Yeah, he was, like I said, he came in with a completely different demeanor.
At 39, he's got to.
Yeah. Well, not only that, but I still feel like the quickness was there for Silva.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Even the footwork was still there. Obviously, the hand quickness and the striking. This wasn't his most. We've seen more accurate striking performances from him, obviously. Especially when he was like full on prime, but I still felt like his stand up looked really good and clean. Especially being that he did come off the injury to look that good stand up and quickness wise. That's there, and I think that explosiveness, and then the timing that comes because he likes to counter a lot of things and catch guys. That'll come back over time if he decides to fight more. So. I think people are, I think the standards were set pretty high because he is Silva, and I think that's where a lot of people might be coming from.
Well, he's done, he's done, and I'm not trying to come off like a Silva fanboy here. I just think it's ridiculous. Whatever.
But yeah, I will say there were a couple of counter shots that he threw in this fight that. Credit to Diaz that it would have dropped a lot of people. I mean that right hand where he kind of dodges to the right and slips that right hand straight right in there. We've seen him knock guys out with that punch, and Diaz just ate it. So that's another thing. Is the power still there? Because you probably wouldn't look at Silva as the most powerful striker, obviously, but he knocks guys out.
He's 39 years old.
Yeah.
And people were expecting a Forrest Griffin knockout here. You didn't get it. Let's give some credit to Diaz.
And let's remember, Diaz has a hell of a chin, and they made sure to point that out during the fight.
He hasn't been
in wars.
He hasn't been legitimately stopped since 2002.
Yeah.
So, I mean, come on.
He's a warrior.
Did you see his face when the fight was over?
Yeah. But that's every fight we did.
It is, but I mean, the dude looked at the left side of his face, he looked like hamburger meat. Anyways, round two, pretty close round. Diaz landed some nice leg kicks to the thigh. He did shoot him for a takedown. Silva stuffed it easily. Sprawled, I should say. Diaz landed on Silva a few times throughout the round, but Silva again with the more significant strikes with the straight punches, and he landed a body kick very similar to a body kick that you saw end the fight earlier in the night. Again, a testament to Nick Diaz's toughness. I had 20-18 Silva after two.
Yeah, same here. And then you really started to see Silva get his legs back under him. Kind of feel like first round, bit into the second, he was still kind of filling out the fight and trying to get his timing and rhythm back. And second round, you've seen him get his legs under him a little bit more. And it's pretty much the story of almost the same story as the first round, with the exception of Silva had more control in this round. That's close.
Can we take the time right now to throw in there, now that we've got through round two, that I think Vitor Belfort should be fighting for an interim title here?
Bro, I mentioned that. I said, honestly, I thought the winner of this fight should be fighting Vitor for the interim belt.
Or Vitor, someone who wants to take that fight for 184, those two fight for the interim, and then the winner of that fights Silva
Because I would love to see Silva Vitor.
Number two, yeah, and Rogan brought that up after the show was over, and I said to myself, fuck yeah, let's do that.
That's literally the first thing that came to my head, because
Something to celebrate the new home.
Oh, Newcastle Brown Ale. Hard to believe we met on Match, and a year later we're moving in together.
I love these floors.
They're Armstrong flooring. Oh, you know what else I love? This Gladiator Garage Works Chillerator Refrigerator. It's tough enough for the garage, but it's stylish enough for the home.
I'll find a repairman on the YP app, an easy way to connect with great local.
That phone looks as great as my jockey boxer briefs feel.
Well, it's from Boost Mobile.
Uh-oh.
Come to data may not be used to this over here.
Charisma Medic, the choice for the discerning bed and bath customer.
Mr. Chizo's a wholesomely crunchy on-the-go cheese snack. Hashtag gluten-free, hashtag happy.
Rotel, a zesty blend of diced tomatoes and green.
Conquer the tough stuff with brawny paper towels.
Like what you see? It's all from Sharper Image.
Twisted Northern, Hunt's Tomatoes, Dixie Plate, and enough.
Manico's bean chips.
Actress.
Crave jerky, snack better, trick better, vanity fair, nasty, or pickles. Here comes.
My favorite of
Wyman should be stripped in all reality, because he's second time he's pulled out a fight with injury, and anybody else would have been stripped, and we would have had an interim fight set up.
Well, the word is that he wanted to fight, but the doctor wouldn't let him.
Mm-hmm.
Why doesn't that surprise me?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, he's a Weidman, are you angry?
But regardless, even if you wanted to pulling out not being able to fight for 2 title fights, you get stripped. That's usually how it works,
Not his fault. Not trying to blame him.
No. I'm just saying it's just the reality of it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Kane, even hobbled on one leg, would probably want to fight.
And for the record,
Savage.
yes, and for the record, I am a Silva fan, but I'm even more of a Vitor fan, so I'd be going for Vitor and Balfour at that point. Yeah, I'm old school. I like some of the old guys.
Especially at a time where they're looking for big money fights. And
Oh yeah, Vitor and Silva.
Yes.
How about this? Vitor and Silva in Brazil.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Go for it. Or even if you do, they're going back to Mexico City pretty soon, aren't they? Or they want to at least. Go put that fight on that card too. Since Kane's injured.
Yeah, let's do something.
Yeah, and make that the interim fight. That you got the top 2 guys in the division outside of Weidman who can't fight, obviously. Let's do it.
Bro, I feel like absolute crap with this illness.
Hear it in your voice.
So I'm like grouchy as shit. I'm like, fucking A, man. Anderson Silva, we're gonna shit all over him because he didn't fucking blow Diaz out of the ring. Let's not crap on Diaz. Diaz is the man, bro.
He's not a bum.
No. The thing he was doing with his elbow, though, was cracking me up.
bro, this might be one of the most entertaining fights. It wasn't necessarily because of the action. It was because of the gamesmanship between the two.
Yeah. Some guy left a comment, your hate for Weidman is childish. I said it's not his fault. I said it's not his fault.
Yeah, this is bias aside, like we said. Look what happened with Kane. Can't fight. And I'm a Kane fan. Can't fight. They did the right thing. Interim fight, Now we're done with the champion, and when Kane gets back, that's who he's fighting, period.
Anyhow, you hate Weidman. Yeah, I root against him. But I also said it was not his fault, and he wants to fight. Yeah. With the injury. Holy shit, what's so bad about that? Holy fuck, dude. Relax. Round 3, Diaz was able, once again, to catch Silva a few times with his hands down. And at 39 years old, this dude can't afford to be doing that hands down Ray Jones, Shari Leonard, Muhammad Ali shit. Because his reflexes ain't what they used to be, For most of the round, it was Silva dictating the tempo, the range, dictating the fight with his superior hand speed kicks. Anderson hit Diaz with a myriad of shots from range. Straights, a right hook, a knee followed up by a straight, front kicks to the leg. You heard Diaz after the fight, aren't those illegal? Inside leg kicks, you name it. I mean, Silva looked like he was starting to settle in a little bit here, starting to trust his leg a little bit more. Again, this is a dude who for years dominated everyone. He gets his ass knocked out by Weidman, and then breaks his leg, you know. Yeah, confidence is going to be an issue in this situation. And you can see it starting to come to him here. I think this fight, ultimately, a huge confidence booster for him, you know, coming off. Dude, anybody who's gone through physical rehab for a serious injury, it sucks. Guy's got a freaking titanium rod in his leg now. Imagine fighting like that. But anyhow, Diaz, if you look at the facial expression on Diaz at the end of the third round, it said it all. I mean, after the fight, he said, "Oh, I thought I won." Go back and look at the end of round 3. Okay? He was like, "Oh, fuck. Fighting Anderson Silva, this ain't gonna happen tonight, you know." But Diaz is a beast, bro. He kept coming forward. You know, he wasn't gonna, you know, fucking take a back step. And Silva was fighting a smart fight, and for the most part, he was keeping his hands up. But like I said before, there were times where he dropped his hands. Look at all the times he got clipped. That's how he got knocked the fuck out by Weidman. You know, he's at this age, he can't do that no more. It's done. He's got to fight more of a, you know, with more of a true, tight, technical style, in my opinion. He's a great Muay Thai fighter. Look at the way the Muay Thai fighters with the tight stance, you know. I don't know. I don't really, as a fan of Silva, I think that's going to get him knocked out again. I mean, most people who've been MMA fans for a while, you remember the fall from grace that fucking Chuck Liddell had. Holy fuck, everyone was knocking him out. And it's like, I just get this feeling that if Silva keeps trying to do that like he's still 30 years old, it's going to come back to haunt him. But you did see him, in fairness to him, he did fight with his hands up a lot more in this match. But when he had his hands down, the motherfucker was getting hit. Diaz wasn't going to, you know, Diaz was not there to play. He's like, bitch, you're going to hold your hands down, I'm going to hit you. You know, none of this flinching shit, you know. And the Diaz brothers, bro, those are straight up real street fighters. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think Silva fighting this way now, man, you're not going to get the glamorous, the crazy knockouts that you used to get with Silva, obviously, because he did some unorthodox things, and, you know, you've seen stuff come out of nowhere, but I think at this stage in his career, it's gonna be to his advantage. You know, you're not gonna get the crazy explosive finishes like you used to get with him anymore. But for him, in terms of winning fights, this is the best route for him to go now.
Well, let's put it to you this way too, though. That he threw a couple of reverse
spin kicks,
hook kicks, reverse heel kick, whatever martial art you're familiar with that you want to term it as. Reverse hook kick, right? Jumping knees. Lesser, slower fighters in that division get caught with that. And then what are we talking about? Imagine if he lands one of those. I mean, he had one combination in the fight. I believe he threw a punch and he threw a jumping, a flying knee, or it was a flying knee, a punch, and then a reverse hook kick. Oh my gosh, how the fuck did Nick Diaz get out of the way of that? You know, holy shit, dude, that would have knocked a fucking horse out.
I think he had a hand up too. I think his right hand might have been up too, or was it his left hand that kind of impeded the trajectory of it a little bit too.
That's what I'm saying, man. You know, even when Anderson Silva was at his most dominant, styles make fights, and fighters make, you know, fights obviously too. And there were some unimpressive performances. People would be like, "Oh, Silva's so boring," or whatever. And sometimes he just fights smart, you know. It's like Mayweather. I'm not going to put these guys in the class of Ali because Ali, especially when he got older, didn't give a fuck. You know, but I mean, it's Nick Diaz, a dangerous ass fighter, man. What you want him to do? Stand there and trade with him like his name's fucking Butterbean? That's what Anderson Silva does. You know, come on, my friends, let's relax.
Oh,
Still Spider Silva, you know.
Piece of news broke. Vincent Henderson moving up to 170 to fight on the UFC on Fox 60 card on February 14th. He'll be fighting Brandon Thatch. So it's moving up to 170 for that fight.
Yeah, a fight worth watching on that card. Man, doesn't that suck that Weidman got hurt? I was so fucking pumped for that fight. You know, and Vitor's my favorite MMA fighter of all time because Ken Shamrock, I always liked Ken Shamrock because he was an entertaining hothead. Still bothers me that he couldn't get a fucking win over Tito. But that motherfucker got his ass kicked. But and I liked Frank too, and a lot of these older guys like Robbie Lawler. But back in the day, a lot of the UFC fans now were not fans back.
Something to celebrate the new home.
Oh, Newcastle Brown Ale. Hard to believe we met on Match, and a year later we're moving in together.
I love these floors.
They're Armstrong flooring. Oh, you know what else I love? This Gladiator GarageWorks Chillerator Refrigerator. It's tough enough for the garage, but it's stylish enough for the home.
I'll find a repairman on the YP app, an easy way to connect with great local.
That phone looks as great as my jockey boxer briefs feel.
Well, it's from Boost Mobile.
Uh-oh.
Come to data may not be useful for your store.
Charisma Vedic, the choice for the discerning bed and bath customer.
Mr. Chizo's a wholesomely crunchy on-the-go cheese snack. Hashtag gluten-free, hashtag happy snack.
Rotel, a zesty blend of diced tomatoes and green.
Conquer the tough stuff with brawny paper towels.
Like what you see? It's all from Sharper Image.
Quilted Northern, the Hunt's tomatoes, Dixie plate, done enough.
Funny goes bean chips.
That's right.
Crave jerky, snack cutter, Craig the fanny fair napkins, more triplets.
My favorite of these.
Back then. Dude, Vitor, when he popped on the scene up, you know, as a big boxing fan, it's like, holy shit, this motherfucker is Ray Jones.
Talk about wearing the white trunks.
Oh, yeah, the bad boy. I don't got a bad boy hat in here, but I still buy bad boy apparel because of Vitor. You know, so, yeah, I cheer for... I mean, would you expect me to like Weidman? He knocked out Anderson Silva, my second favorite of all time. You know, and this second time in a row now, the fight between him and Vitor is not going to happen, which sucks. Even though I was kind of resigned to the fate that I'm like, Weidman's probably going to win. At least Vitor has the puncher's chance, you know. Again, if you're just tuning in, sorry, I'm sick. I know. Sound like shit right now. I agree. Sucks. Alright, round 4. Wait, we're gonna stay focused on talking about the fights. We're gonna keep bullshitting. I mean, who cares, right? Diaz catches Silva with some nice elbows and punches inside. He caught Silva with some more solid leg kicks. Again, Diaz was catching him a little bit. To me, this was the closest round of the fight. It was round 4. I'm sure everyone has their own opinion on that, but you know, I thought Silva started to coast in this round, and Diaz was catching him, and he was like, "All right, let's go." You know, and he started catching Diaz with some shots upstairs, some leg kicks, some lead shots. Dictated again the distance, the pace, the range, the fight. With his length, with his foot speed, precision. The whole 9 yards. I thought he ended up coming back and winning the round. Even though I had Diaz up early in the round. So I had Silva up 40-36 after 4. MG.
Yeah, I had the same score. To me, I thought the first round might have been the closest. Like you said, there's different opinions. It happens, but the fight became pretty obvious at this point that it was only going to end. Well, Diaz's only chance to win at this point was to stop, Silva, and Silva started opening up the hands a little bit, got loose in there a little bit. Quickness really came into effect. His length, reach came into effect in this round too. It kind of felt like Diaz wasn't really going for it either. Kind of like after the fight, he says he thought he won the fight, but then when you watch the fourth round, it kind of looked like he wasn't really going for it. So maybe he did think he honestly won the fight. But,
that's the Diaz brothers.
But
that's the Diaz brothers. These guys could get jumped by an entire bar, and they'd walk out and go, "See that punch I landed? Fuck that, we won." Baton Arisi Jorma. Sorry if I messed up your screen name or your name there. He says Vitor turned down the interim title fight against Machida. Reason being because Machida turned an interim title bout against Vitor down some time ago. That's Vitor for you. Right? That's fucking Vitor. He's a man of convictions for sure. Yeah, dude, I got some great comments going tonight. And to the Weidman fans, don't get mad at us, man. Come on, everybody has their own rooting interests. Oh, someone apologized for getting me mad. I ain't mad, I'm just grouchy. You think I'm gonna get mad at you watching this video? It's all fun. Alright, round 5, Diaz came out and he's trying to bait Silva into a dogfight. This was his strategy. It's like, I'm gonna get this guy who uses footwork and hand speed and movement to stand there and trade with me. It's like Roberto Duran, Sugar Ray Leonard 1, right? Where that's how Duran beat Leonard, is he baited him into fighting him. Silva stayed disciplined, set up the shots from range. Diaz started out the final round landing some solid punches on Silva. Silva showed a good chin tonight. I thought Diaz landed some good shots. Silva, again, looked like he was going to coast, and once again, Diaz woke him up. And when he opened up on Diaz about midway through the round, roughly, oh my gosh, he tore his face up. Like, Diaz's face already looked bad enough. But it's almost like Diaz said, "Come on, bro. I'm not bleeding enough," A straight punch just counters the precision strikes from range, and elbow on the inside, and this dude's bleeding all over the place. His face was a mess. What else is new? But I scored the fight 50-45 for Silva. Not that it was some huge blowout, because I thought there were close rounds, but Diaz was having a heck of a time getting his shots off with Silva fighting from range. So, MG.
Yeah, going into this round, watching it, you could tell that Diaz was trying to bait him into kind of opening up a little bit, or getting a little cocky, or having Silva make a mistake. And Silva didn't really do that. I can't remember if it was this round or the last round where Silva threw that he threw that like reverse lifting elbow. He missed it, but it looked
nasty. Close.
Yeah, it looked nasty. But yeah, that was pretty much the story of this round. Diaz trying to bait Silva in, and Silva he bought it a little bit, but he didn't really open up and open himself up the way that Diaz really wanted him to or needed him to at this point. And once again, Silva's quickness, Silva's striking, using his reach, the leg kicks, won this round again. And had the fight scored the same way that you did.
All right, by the way, to the Weidman fans, you ready for this? Weidman hater, how about this? It says right into the webcam. Right into the microphone. Weidman is a motherfucking beast. Okay? Weidman is a motherfucking beast. How's that for hate? Yeah,
I ain't saying it.
I will definitely. that dude, not only did he knock Silva out, which I still think Silva, he's got to get rid of that fucking bullshit with his hands down at this age. But Weidman, hey, nobody was there, he fucked him up. And, I still stand by Anderson Silva breaking his own leg, because he's the one that's thrown the kick. How many thousands of kicks have you seen checked? But neither here nor there, because Weidman was whooping his ass again. So how am I going to be a Silva fan, second favorite fighter of all time? A couple of the guys at Bass rooting, even though a lot of the shit he did was Pancrase, Fedor, Shamrock, etc. But both Shamrocks. This dude beat Silva. Of course, I fucking respect his ass. Look what he did in his last fight, But I still want to see him lose. Okay.
You ain't the only one.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's anybody who's harder for Machida than me.
But some dude in the comments said that Belfort wants no part of Machida. It ain't about that. This is, for you pro wrestling fans, this is the Shawn Michaels Bret Hart thing. Wouldn't put me over, I'm not putting him over. Fuck that guy. That's what that is. Yep.
Yeah.
Alright. My voice is progressively getting worse. But we're gonna get through it, my friends.
Are you screaming at your TV?
No, dude. This is the most talking I've done all day. But saving my voice for this video. Alright, so next we got a snooze fest. Tyron Woodley against Kelvin Gastelum. How the fuck do you come in at 180? At welterweight? Okay? And I love the way Joe Rogan's like, this dude needs to stop eating them Krispy Kremes. No, he didn't say that, but he might as well have been. Okay, Kelvin Gastelum will whoop him G's ass. He will whoop my ass.
Hold on now.
Dude, don't even start that bullshit now. He'd whoop almost everybody's ass.
Something to celebrate the new home.
Oh, Newcastle Brown Ale. Hard to believe we met on Match, and a year later we're moving in together.
I love these floors.
They're Armstrong flooring. Oh, you know what else I love? This Gladiator GarageWorks Chillerator Refrigerator. It's tough enough for the garage, but it's stylish enough for the home.
I'll find a repairman on the YP app, an easy way to connect with great local.
That phone looks as great as my jockey boxer briefs feel.
Well, it's from Boost Mobile.
Uh-oh.
Come to data may not be used in your store.
Charisma Vedic, the choice for the discerning bed and bath customer.
Mr. Chizo's a wholesomely crunchy on-the-go cheese snack. Hashtag gluten-free, hashtag happy snack.
Rotel, a zesty blend of diced tomatoes and green.
Conquer the tough stuff with brawny paper towels.
Like what you see? It's all from Sharper Image.
Quilted Northern, Hunt's Tomatoes, Dixie Plate, and enough.
Extra.
Great jerky, snack better, Craig better, vanity fair, napkins, Newcastle.
My favorite of beer.
His ass watching this video. Okay, with that being said, dude, you are a pro fighter. Like, imagine this and I want to eat some fucking junk food. We don't get paid good money to fight. We're not trying to become a champion in the UFC. What the fuck? It makes no sense. And when I checked out the weigh-in, well, I was watching the weigh-in and I'm like, okay, you just watch, you stare it out, you kind of just clearing it. 180? I said, what? So, for literally the next, I kept checking the internet to find an interview with the guy to get an explanation. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? He got waterboarded and it was waterlogged. I mean, what happened? There's got to be something. No good reason. Well, he may have been sick. Okay, I can relate to that right now for sure, but I mean, holy fuck, dude, 10 pounds overweight? Really?
Yeah.
Now he's going to have to fight at 185? He's going to get waxed at 185.
Tell you what, he made it down to 174 in order to even, for them to keep the fight on. He almost passed out. They had to go to the hospital. And they don't won't let him. They don't told him you can't fight at the weight anymore. He's got to move up.
And yeah, I'm so mad he beat Uriah Hall. After that knockout Hall got, it's like, come on, dude. But I respect him. I mean, like I said, he kick all of our asses. Shit.
Second straight fight for Gastelum, missing weight too.
Yeah, but he's going to be moved up, bro.
Yeah.
He's going to be moved up.
It didn't look like he was. He never did look like he was walking around pretty light at 170. Anyways, you know, he always looked a little chubbier, so just naturally.
Well,
and I bet you he cuts. Oh, I bet you he probably naturally walks around at like 185, 187.
I think we can put to rest him using any sort of PEDs. So that was real quick. Just
yeah. Moving up to 180, that's not going to be pretty. One thing he does have on his side is the fact that he does keep improving. But
he's good. But I love how in one of the videos on UFC's YouTube channel, Tyron Woodley was acting all mad. I'm like, dude, you're getting 30% of his fucking money.
Well, no, he didn't even give it. He didn't take it after the fight.
I'm gonna say, a lot of people will go, well, that's honorable of him. No, that's stupid. Okay, it's fucking stupid.
And then the funny part was the video package they had played where Kevin Gastelum was like, "Yeah, I'm trying to prove that I'm a top 5 fighter in this weight division and a title contender." I'm like, not anymore.
No.
Tyron Woodley, he needs to go back to his old training camp.
Son of a bitch, man. Why did Vitor just take that fight?
With who?
Okay. With Cheetah, I was just reading a comment from my Gastelum fan. Someone said he made his weight his last second attempt. Yeah.
Second attempt, yeah. But it's just the fact of, you know, he has a hard time cutting down on that. Because like I said, he probably naturally walks around at 185, 187.
Well, you're a Calvin Gastelum fan. Get ready to watch him get his ass kicked at 185. Good luck, bro. And I mean, when he won, it was like, cool. You know, he was expected to win that. Fuck, dude. But anyway,
it's part of the game, though. Like, you know, a lot of guys, they fight at a smaller weight class than what they should be fighting at because they want to have a size and strength advantage. A lot of guys, you know, fight at a higher weight class than they should have because they want to have a speed and quickness advantage. You know, it's part of the game.
Dude, tonight in the prelims, they were like Ed Herman from season 3 of Tough, from season 3 of The Ultimate Fighter. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, right.
Fuck, dude. Wow.
Like, that's how I feel when I watch Diego Sanchez or Joe Stevenson, and I'm like, yeah, that was a long time ago.
Shit, Forrest Griffin, yeah, fucking
season 57 now.
Yeah, season 982. But okay, so round 1 of this Woodley Gastelum fight, pretty fucking boring. Both guys are at range. Woodley's over defensive. You know, not engaging. It just kept pulling away. Tough round to score because jack shit happened. Woodley did land some nice lead rights, but I scored it for Gastelum. Halfway out of spite because at least he was the aggressor. I had a 10-9 Gastelum after 1.
Yeah, same here. I love the fact that Joe Rogan pointed out the fact that any time or most of the times when somebody's kind of pushing the pace or controlling the octagon, Woodley kind of goes into this shell, which is something you saw visibly in this fight. But yeah, you know, Gastelum controlled the round for most of the part, even though there wasn't much action, if any at all.
Well, Yeah. One action.
Probably shouldn't have switched camps.
Maybe we shouldn't use the word action with this one. Yeah. All right, round 2. Woodley caught Gastelum with some huge right hands. They were fighting cautious again. But Woodley turned up the intensity after he caught Gastelum with the lead right, followed up with some nice shots, punches upstairs, a body kick, a leg kick. Then he caught Gastelum with 2 more real nice right counters later in the round. It wasn't the most exciting fight at this point by any fucking means. But I gave round 2 to Woodley going away. Kind of tied after 2, MG.
Yeah, same thing. There's not really much to add on there. Wasn't much happening. No, not much at all. Round 3, Gastelum starts pressing the issue. Maybe he needs to do that with his diet. But that dude needs to go vegan or something. Woodley caught Gastelum with some counters. Busted his left eye open. That's always good in the eyes of judges, right? Gastelum started landing some combinations on Woodley up against the cage. He was clearly looking to back him up against the cage and then tee off on him. Woodley's looking to set up a big counter punch and then take over from there. Halfway through the round, I have Gastelum winning this round. Woodley starts pressing the issue more instead of looking to land this perfect counter. He tried for a takedown, then grappled up against the fence. Until there was about 10 seconds left, we get a little exchange, the fight ends. Pretty boring fucking fight. I don't know. I scored the final round for Woodley. Shit. You know, I guess. I could see if someone scored it for Gastelum. But the first judge scored it 29-28 for Gastelum. The second one, 29-28 Woodley. And the third one, 30-27 for Woodley. Who fucking knows? I just thought Woodley landed the cleaner shots. How's that? I also thought he fought too cautious. And if someone says that Gastelum won, hey, I see where you're coming from. How do you pick a winner in this one? Neither guy wanted to really fight. So, yeah. Yeah, I had Gastelum winning his last round. I had him winning the fight 29-28. This was such a disappointing fight, in all honesty, because, I mean, Tyron Woodley's a beast. Just athletically, he's a beast. And he's explosive, and we didn't get that. And then Gastelum, you know, he's been that guy who's always kind of rose you know, he's always fought above his what you would think he would fight at. He's always fought above the level you think he would, and really disappointing fight. But I get that last round of Gastelum just by a hair. It wasn't anything like super decisive or anything. I mean, if anything, it was almost like a tied fight. So
yeah, just throw the fight out. Yeah, this one doesn't count. You know, here's the thing. He missed his weight. He was sick. He ended up having to get an IV or whatever. And he knows he's coming into the fight losing 30% of his money. It's got to be hard to fight and keep you focused under those conditions.
Something to celebrate the new home.
Oh, Newcastle Brown Ale. Hard to believe we met on Match, and a year later we're moving in together.
I love these floors.
They're Armstrong flooring. Oh, you know what else I love? This Gladiator GarageWorks Chillerator refrigerator. It's tough enough for the garage, but it's stylish enough for the home.
I'll find a repairman on the YP app, an easy way to connect with great local.
That phone looks as great as my jockey boxer briefs feel.
Well, it's from Boost Mobile.
Uh-oh.
Come to data may not be used in this order.
Charisma Bedding, the choice for the discerning bed and bath customer.
Mr. Chizo's a wholesomely crunchy on-the-go cheese snack. Hashtag gluten-free, hashtag happy.
Rotel, a zesty blend of diced tomatoes and green.
Conquer the tough stuff with brawny paper towels.
Like what you see? It's all from Sharper Image.
Quilted Northern, Hunt's Tomatoes, Dixie Plate, and enough.
Manito's bean chips.
That dress.
Crave jerky, snack better, crave better, Vanity Fair napkins, or crinkles.
My favorite
So I will give him that excuse for Woodley. Is Gastelum really that much of a knockout artist? Where I don't know. You know, I was disappointed in his performance personally because I think Woodley's a beast.
Yeah, I think a lot of people were expect a lot more out of Woodley, especially a guy who's claiming he's a contender. You know.
Well, shit, he's looked like one. You know.
Yeah, previously, but this was not a great example, especially when you're trying to impress officials to get a title fight in the first place.
Well. All right, let's move on to the next fight. Joe Lozon against Al Iaquinta, lightweight division. So the first round was extremely close, pretty hard to score, in my opinion. Both guys landed combinations on each other. The antithesis of the fight we were just talking about. This one was exciting. Of course, typical Joe Lozon fight. Yeah, Lozon standing tall in the middle of the octagon, while Iaquinta used movement and angles. Striking was virtually even in my book. Both guys were opening up with some nice combinations, but I did give the slight advantage to Lozon in the opening round because of his power shots. He rocked Iaquinta a little bit, a couple times. Nothing super serious, but I thought he landed the bigger shots. So I had Lozon up 10-9 after one. MG.
Yeah, same here. I'm a Joe Lozon fan. We'll get to why this fight absolutely killed me. But yeah, I've been a Lozon fan since the Ultimate Fighter days, and yeah, I gave him round one. Iaquinta did look good too, though. It wasn't a matter of Lozon just completely destroyed him in the first round by any means. Both guys, some really nice exchanges. I felt like Lozon did a better job of pressuring a little bit more in this round, and then like you said, he landed more power shots. So yeah, I gave the first round to Lozon as well.
Yeah, round two. Started out more, you got more of the same with some good exchanges. Iaquinta landed a right to the body, a left hook upstairs, and a right hand down the fucking pipe that hurt Lozon. He followed a staggered Lozon around the octagon. I like the way he was patient with the way he unloaded with those combinations, and he just basically finished him off with a flurry at 3:34 round number two. Iaquinta, to me, some great technical striking in the fight. Good feints, good footwork. And Lozon, of course, even in the last, showed a lot of heart. But Iaquinta's boxing was just more crisp and fluid. MG.
Yeah, sucked to see Lozon, get destroyed like that in this round. Iaquinta did a really good job of picking his spots, kind of really, picked them apart in this round. And he just waited for stuff to open up, and he took the smart shots, the shots that Lozon was leaving there for him. Iaquinta did a great job. That body shot was nasty. Then he caught him with some, punches. Even when Lozon had his hands up, he was throwing bombs over Lozon's guard. He was just throwing some nasty haymakers and bombs over it. And props to Joe Lozon. That's my boy. Standing on his feet and not willing to go down. Tried to get his feet back under him, even in, when he was getting bombed on, he did end up landing, 2 punches, even on the one that really rocked him, the original one that really rocked him upstairs. He actually had connected with a left in the process. And then he caught him, Iaquinta with I think it was a straight right, in the process of getting bombed. But at that point, he was already rocked. He was already wobbly. His legs were just not holding up. And it almost didn't look like he knew where he was. But awesome showing by Iaquinta. Stand up looked great. Picked his spots, picked his shots, and threw the bombs when it mattered. He didn't just rush in like an idiot and open himself up for a counter too much or anything. Awesome performance from Iaquinta.
Hey, look good. All right, still moving backwards. Thales Leites against Tim Bosch in the middleweight division. Bosch landed some nice overhand rights in the first round. In fact, both guys landed some good power shots in the opening round. But Bosch caught Leites with a huge left hook late in the round, followed it up with a combination, dropped him, landed a little ground and pound, and Leites held on to Bosch to end the round. I thought Bosch clearly landed the more significant strikes in that knockdown late in the round. Was obviously the difference. So I had a 10-9 Bosch after one. MG.
Yep, same here. I think Bosch really missed the opportunity when he did get him to the ground. Didn't look like he was working too hard to even try to posture up or free himself up to land more ground and pound. Kind of was there for a minute before he could land anything. So I think he missed the opportunity to finish the fight or even do more damage at that point. But won the round 10-9.
He did. Yeah, he could have. He could have.
I think only one of his legs was caught in the guard at that point in time too, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, he wanted to keep something in the gas tank, so he could get choked out in the second round. Oh wait, round two,
beautiful choke out by the way.
Yeah. Oh man, Bosch is dominating the stand-up again. Leites lands a double leg takedown halfway through the round. Starts working for the kata gatame. Bosch worked out on the first one, which Leites was trying to apply with his right arm. He went back to the mount and worked for the kata gatame again, this time with his left arm. And sure enough, sunk in even deeper and put Bosch to sleep with the kata gatame. So the official stoppage came at 30:45 of round number 2. Some impressive jiu-jitsu from Leites to get the finish, and he showed some real balls in the stand-up game as well, because that's not his strong suit, but he stood there. And I mean, like I said, he showed some fucking nuts.
He had some hamburger meat on that left cheek.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He nutted up against him, though, dude.
Yeah, and I think one thing that really worked to his advantage was where he had him on the ground when he was going for that kata gatame, where he was, there wasn't that much space between him and the cage. So even if Bosch did move closer to the cage to keep Leites from fully getting over to the other side, Leites would have ended up in a full mount. So I think the octagon positioning when they were on the ground was really key to Leites really locking that in and then use the cage to his advantage when he was turning to the side to kind of apply more pressure. So really impressive finish right there for him. So good fight.
Beast choke, dude. Triangle. Arm in triangle. Alright, so next we'll talk about Jordan Mien against Thiago Alves, welterweight division. Round 1, Mien really controlled the fight with his range, his versatile striking. Alves is just having a hard time getting in a rhythm. Getting his shots off, firing, because Mien was teeing off from him basically at range. He caught Alves late in the round and started teeing off on him up against the cage. He's landing these massive fucking haymakers on Alves and just busting him up, He landed some counters, uppercuts, elbows, kicks, lead shots, combinations. He's kicking Thiago Alves' ass in this first round. And I thought, at the end of round 1, he's got to get inside. Alves has to get inside of that reach because Mien was just dominating him. Fucking 10-9 Mien, and you could have made a case, not 10-8, but solid 10-9 round for him.
Yeah, I agree. Alves got his ass kicked in the first round. It almost became a second round, man. Dire round for him at that point, because he just couldn't go out there and have a performance like that in the second round, because then you really would have put yourself in the hole.
He looked like he was being outclassed almost.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes guys have off nights, or sometimes guys are being outclassed by a better fighter. So, really impressive first round.
Something to celebrate the new home.
Oh, Newcastle Brown Ale.
But it's when I got induced my daughter, and
a
he
year
still
later
didn't
we're
show
moving
up.
into
Still didn't show up.
And then I understand that he started to deny Brooklyn in a particular way.
Of course he was all for it and everything. My entire 9 months being pregnant, he was there. As soon as she said she needed help and everything else.
As soon as you needed money,
Yeah.
he denied the baby.
That's right.
You think they look like?
Oh yeah. Oh my God, Lori, they look so much like
Mr. Chizo, the ultimate country on the go cheese snack. Hashtag gluten-free, hashtag
Ponyville, okay. Ponyville, I have Ponyville.
paper towels.
My point out.
See, it's all
Not his.
sharper image.
Has he ever met Brooklyn?
He has never even met Brooklyn. He's a fucking
Kathy, you're nothing but a meddling bitch.
So Ian comes out in the second round, kind of show, but what the fuck are you doing? You know, Tiago catches him with a brutal, I mean fucking brutal, right roundhouse kick to the stomach. Not the liver, this wasn't a kidney shot, right to the whole stomach. That hurts me, and he goes down, and Tiago just starts pounding away on him. Fucking smashed him. That was it. Herb Dean stops the fight. And I thought Mien, however you want to pronounce it, was fucking dominating his ass. You know, he gets caught with that kick to the stomach, and that was all she wrote. Great fucking comeback for Alves, and I thought Mien looked pretty impressive till he got kicked in the stomach, and he went down and got his ass whooped. When the official stoppage came at 39 seconds of the second round, kind of came out of nowhere. MG.
Yeah, and actually, like, watching it live, it didn't look like the kick really connected. It looked like it either got blocked or he kind of just, whipped on it a little bit. And then you see him go down, and it's like, whoa. Even on the replay, it kind of looked like he just caught him with his toes, like he really didn't catch him. But apparently he really did catch him and finished the fight. Fun, exciting finish to a fight, especially after having a first round that he did, man. He really needed that. Could not go into the third round being down to 2-0. Especially having another performance like he did in the first round. So, great finish by Alves.
Well, it looked like he caught him right under the sternum. And it was coming up. And that's a rough spot to take a body kick.
Yeah. That might be why it didn't look like he caught him live, because the kick was coming up.
Yeah. Looked pretty solid to me. But you're used to, dude, there was a fight earlier when you took a couple body kicks and his whole fucking rib cage was turning purple.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Alright, let's run through the prelims here quickly. Miesha Tate, Sarah McMahon. Miesha Tate asked to be on the prelim show, round 1. Let's just put it this way. Sarah came out and was beating her ass. She landed a big right hand that staggered Miesha Tate. Drops her, starts working from the top position. Miesha's just looking to tie McMahon's hands up. Didn't have much of an active guard. You saw her try for something. Once or twice, like an armbar, but McMahon was able to take, but she fought over to gain side control, landed some more ground and pound from the side, and she's just putting a fucking beating on Miesha Tate. Tate was able to lock up McMahon's head with a desperation triangle from the bottom at the end of the round. Again, a desperation. She didn't have it around her neck, or it was just like around the face, almost like a headlock, I scored the first round 10-9 McMahon. MG.
Yeah, same here. I'm almost inclined to name Miesha Tate Miesha Gate, because she's almost like the gatekeeper of the division at this point. Anytime she's in a really big fight, she kind of loses, so, she really that dominated the first round. That right hand really rocked her. You know, I was just trying to see if, because Miesha Tate has been proven to be able to kind of just get in there and tough it out. So kind of looking to see, you know, where she would do in the second and third rounds to recover.
Yeah. Round 2, McMahon comes out. Great segue. Controlling the stand-up game again by landing some nice combinations, lead shots, knees in the clinch. She landed another huge counter right hand down the pipes. Tate's coming in. Miesha Tate, credit to her, is taking this shit like a champ. McMahon continues to dictate the pace of the fight, coming forward, closing the gap, teeing off on Tate. And like I said, when they clinch, she's landing these knees. Tate lands a nice flurry late in the round. That fucking hurts McMahon. She shoots him for a takedown. Tate counters it with a guillotine choke attempt. I mean, she was getting close.
Mm-hmm.
McMahon fights off the choke. Some good hand fighting. And right as the round was ending, it looked like Tate had just got the mount to be able to finish off this chokehold. So to me, Miesha Tate stole that fucking round. She hurt her. She almost finished her. I gave this round to Miesha Tate. I'm sure that some people gave it to McMahon though. MG.
No, I gave it to Tate. She had McMahon in real danger. With that guillotine towards the end, couldn't finish it off. Credit to McCann for being able to fight out of that. But I felt like that was a real big turning point in this fight, momentum wise. And then even Miesha Tate just kind of gaining confidence in terms of what she is able to do to McCann. So I get around to Miesha Tate.
Oh shit! I didn't push the cough button, did I?
No.
Fuck, my bad. Didn't mean for you guys to hear that. We're trying. Round 3, opening exchange of the third round. McMahon lands a nice throw on Tate, but Tate fights it off, stops her from completing the takedown, gets top position in the half guard. Tate gains side control with about 3:30 left. She starts working some nice, short, tight ground and pound. McMahon's just laying her defending, She, like Joe Rogan put it best, she looked like a turtle on its back. Tate trapped McMahon's arms in the north-south, landed some decent elbows. Back to side control. Tate continued to ride her with some sporadic ground and pound. Did that sound good? Yeah. Tate goes for Kimura. McMahon rolls into the direction of the move to break it, and the fight ends. So I gave the last round to Tate. I scored it 29-28 for Tate. The judges scored it 29-28, 29-27 for Tate. One judge hit it 28-28 draw. So Tate wins via majority decision. MG.
Yeah, I had Tate winning the fight. This was an important fight for her because she has been lobbying for another Rousey fight. And she really has to build her resume, especially after the last 2 fights versus Rousey. She really got to start building her resume to kind of get back in that hunt, even if Rousey, even wants to fight her again anyways, because Rousey's at the point where after if she beats Zingano, she's pretty much cleaned the division out. So a really important fight for Tate. Tate did a really good job in that last round, controlling it on the ground. Tate's kind of like a gatekeeper right now to me, man. It's kind of like everybody has to go through her first before they go to the Rousey fight, or the Zingano fight. So I think well, she beat Liz Carmouche, and that was probably her biggest win in UFC so far. And this one right here really, helps bolster her resume in terms of even trying to get another Rousey fight. So credit to Tate.
That was a Rousey and kick her ass again.
Yeah. You know, but it's kind of like I said, it's kind of like if Rousey even wants to fight her, and then Rousey at the point where outside of she beat Zingano, she's cleaned out the division. Unless they make a way to to make the Toronto fight happen, which I think will still happen because of the dollars behind it.
Yeah.
The Cyborg fight's obviously not going to happen, so I think the Toronto would be the final fight for Rousey if she does beat Zingano, and then it's almost like, what's next after that?
Good point. All right, next we get to the performance of the night by Ed Herman. Some people will get this one. I think he put up more of a fight against the Taser.
He thinks his style is a bad. It is a matchup nightmare for Anderson Silva.
Did you see that though, where he got tased by the cops? Just
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, just like a week ago, he got tased by.
Something to celebrate the new home.
Oh, Newcastle Brown Ale. Hard to believe we met on Match, and a year later we're moving in together.
I love these floors.
They're Armstrong flooring. Oh, you know what else I love? This Gladiator GarageWorks Chillerator refrigerator. It's tough enough for the garage, but it's stylish enough for the home.
I'll find a repairman on the YP app, an easy way to connect with great local.
That phone looks as great as my jockey boxer briefs feel.
Well, it's from Boost Mobile.
Uh-oh.
Come to data may not be used for
Charisma Bedding, the choice for the discerning bed and bath customer.
Mr. Cheezo's a wholesomely crunchy on-the-go cheese snack. Hashtag gluten-free, hashtag happy.
Rotel, a zesty blend of diced tomatoes and green.
Conquer the tough stuff with brawny paper towels.
Like what you see? It's all from Sharper Image.
Quilted Northern, Hunt's Tomatoes, Dixie Plate, enough.
That dress.
Crave jerky, snack better, crave better, vanity fair, napkins, more pickles. Here comes.
My favorite of these. It's by the cops.
He didn't even do anything wrong. They were trying to pull him over, and he wanted to pull over in a well-lit area, so he did. They were like, "Sir, blah blah blah," and they just fucking tased him. Like his wife filmed it on her cell phone. Wow, dude. So Ed Herman against Derek Brunson, middleweight division. You gotta wonder if being tased a week before your fight has any ill effects on you. I don't know. Maybe someone should ask him. Well, to say Brunson blew Herman out of the ring, out of the octagon, would be a massive, massive understatement. He caught Herman with a hard left hand counter on the chin, another straight left. Herman goes down, pounds him out. Wasn't intelligently protecting himself as Brunson was teeing off on him. He gets the ultra fast TKO at 36 seconds of the first round. Herman didn't even land a single strike. Too bad.
Yeah, is there really much to say on it when he doesn't land a single strike?
No. Yeah, I was asking.
Pretty much it right there.
Wait. Hold on, I gotta look something up real quick. Oh, was it Dave Herman who got tased? I thought it was Ed Herman. Oh, it was Dave Herman. Okay. So I take all that bullshit about getting tased back. I thought it was Ed Herman. Ah. Fuck, I watched that grainy ass phone video. You couldn't tell who the fuck was in it. Alright, my bad. Thank you for the correction from the comment section. Alright, so it wasn't Ed Herman, so don't nobody ask him if being tased affects his fight. That makes it even worse. He wasn't even tased a week ago and he got his ass kicked like that. So, alright, Ian McCall against John Lineker. Another catchweight fight, because Lineker couldn't make weight. I think that's multiple times for him now too. McCall came out first round, great footwork, attacked Lineker with some angles on his feet, landed the takedown on Lineker less than 2 minutes into the fight, landed a good amount of ground and pound as he rode him for most of the round. Lineker grapevine, and even put a triangle on the leg of McCall trying to lock something up as far as a leg lock, but McCall just scrambled and landed more ground and pound. 10-9 McCall after one for me. Simple.
Same. Pretty decisive first round. Really not much to go over here.
Round 2, early in the round, McCall went for a big takedown, but Lineker countered with a deep guillotine choke.
McCall was nasty.
Oh, it was. He was able to fight out of it. It looked like he was done. Lineker momentarily ended up in top position, but McCall was able to fight out of it. In his back stand up, Lineker started to land some stiff body shots. He fought up a few body shots with hooks upstairs. Really started to time McCall and was taxing him as he came into range. With 35 seconds left in the round, Lineker caught McCall with the big right hand that hurt him. McCall shot for the takedown. Lineker works for a guillotine. McCall fights it off. And the round ends with Lineker throwing these big ass fucking hammer fists on McCall on the ground. And it tied after 2.
Yeah, can't get the names mixed up, but one of them was throwing some nasty elbows from the bottom position.
Yeah.
Oh, some nasty elbows, but that guillotine looked fucking sick when it happened. Obviously he was able to get out of it, but then he ended up giving top position up, obviously.
What makes it
ground and pounded for his troubles. So 10-9 round.
What makes it an NX is what you can get out of it.
By the way,
The first ever.
do you guys
Once you go down,
do you guys blame me?
going back.
Tell me something.
You guys blame me for
to him someday.
Don't feed them?
thinking it was Ed Herman who got tased? Come on, bro.
I mean, saying especially, considering the fact that his style's a matchup nightmare for Anderson Silva. I mean, could have been some ill effects. You never know.
Make him sleep on the couch.
Ed Herman.
Make him sleep on the couch.
Yeah. I'm having a rough one, dude. I just accused Ed Herman of getting tased. Fuck. I blame it on being sick.
How about tricking into having
round
kids?
3. Halfway through the round. I had McCall up because he was landing a bunch of body kicks. Lineker was looking to land some huge punches, but he tagged McCall up against the fence. A few seconds later, he catches McCall with a big left. It kind of knocked his equilibrium off for a second in the fight. He teed off on McCall against the fence with some big hooks. Busted McCall open. Again, there were 3 fights tonight that we've talked about. Where dude got fucked up even worse in the last round. With a little over a minute left, Lineker started throwing some bombs on McCall as he came in out of near the fence. Landed some big ass haymakers upstairs. Lineker got the best of the late exchanges, and I scored the final round for Lineker. My final scorecard, 29-28 Lineker, and all 3 judges as well, and MG. Do you agree?
Yes, sir. Same thing.
Alright, then the first fight on the prelims was Rafael Natal, Tom Watson, middleweights. First round, Natal was able to land some takedowns, but Watson was able to fight his way back to his feet every time. He's really good at the wall walk. Except for the very end of the round where time ran out. But Natal really won the round with some nice leg kicks, jabs, a front kick to the face, which I thought the announcers undersold. A few nasty kicks to the body, which those were the ones that bruised his ribs. Tom Watson's ribs were already changing color. 10-9 Natal after 1, MG.
I missed the first round of this fight. I got home right after the first round had ended, actually.
Well, it was a pretty dominant round for Natal, in my opinion. Round 2, Watson asserted himself a little better. Speaking of someone's face getting fucked up, yeah, his face got fucked up too. But he asserted himself better in the second round, was able to land some strikes, in the stand-up game, but again, Natal with a couple takedowns. Outstruck Watson standing up, handful of punches and leg kicks. 2018 Natal after 2. Did you give round 2 to Natal?
Yeah, just from looking at the two guys, Watson was obviously physically bigger, but just from watching the way Natal was moving, the way he controlled the range, you would have thought he had the reach advantage on top of the athletic and quickness and explosive advantage. I thought he did a really good job of controlling the range of the fight and shooting in. I believe it was his right, but he was sticking Watson with it a couple of times. So, really, really solid round for Natal.
Buy me a second.
Sorry, everybody's coming down with something over here, but yeah, like I said, man, Watson just looked like he was outclassed, and when you're physically bigger, and you're watching a fight to look like you give up the reach advantage by a lot because of the way the guy you're fighting is controlling the range, and because of the other guy's quickness and explosiveness, probably not having the best performance, and it probably isn't going to lend to you winning the fight.
Hell of a wingman right there. Did you guys see that? Oh. Where does all that fucking snot come from when you're sick? Holy fuck. And by the way, since I'm grouchy and sick, to that bitch, James Timms points this out in the comment section. Who the fuck was that drunk bitch?
Oh my god, bro.
Here's a commentary. Someone fucking kick her out.
I didn't even notice her until the Lozon fight when Lozon got knocked down, and I was like, God damn, who was that screaming?
Did you hear in the main event? Yeah. It's like, go to the bathroom or something. Holy fucking shit, that bitch was annoying.
I want to give a shout out to Charles Barkley for hanging out with probably the worst collection of guys he could possibly ever hang with in terms of his own safety. With Roy Jones, John Jones, and Conor McGregor. Who's driving?
Definitely not John Jones. Oh, wait.
I mean, hey, Conor McGregor was there.
Conor McGregor
was there.
Talk about someone who knows how to self-promote. Wow.
Oh, that dude is entertaining as I don't know what, man.
Absolutely. All right, round 3, Natal caught Watson with a kick to the body. Another one. And a strong right hand. Early in the round, boy's about to give in. With a little over 2 minutes left in the fight, Natal landed some nice combinations on Watson. Really, Natal's 3-inch reach advantage was really prevalent in this fight, if you think about it, because Watson had a hard time getting inside of that range, getting in the pocket for the majority of the fight. With about 1:15 left, Natal connected with a flurry. They rocked Watson back into the cage, smothered him, started working for a takedown, gets the takedown once again. Watson does the wall lock. Natal powers Watson up for an emphatic takedown to punctuate his win. Scored a 30-27 for Natal. 2 out of the 3 judges did as well. One scored a 30-26. So one gave him a 10-8 round. MG.
Yeah, I scored it the same way. Well, obviously I didn't see the first round, but I gave the second and the third round to Natal. Like I said, just looked physically more impressive. Watson looked like he was outmatched physically. Just to be straight up, like I said, the quickness, the speed, explosiveness, and then like I said, Natal looked like he had. I'm actually going to go check in what the reach is because it looked like he had the reach advantage, even though he was the smaller guy in stature, and that had a lot to do with the speed and quickness and the way he shot in and shot out. So yeah, I gave the fight to Natal.
I think he had a 3-inch. Well, at least according to Goldberg. He had a 3-inch reach advantage. So.
Watson or Natal had the advantage.
Natal.
Oh, okay. Then it makes sense then because it looked like it, but Watson seemed like he was physically,
bigger. Yeah,
I would have instantly assumed his reach was longer because he looked like he was about 3-4, maybe about 3 inches taller than a tall, maybe.
Yeah, I agree. And then it was like 3 inch reach. I'm like 3 inch reach advantage. Oh, okay, dude's got some long fucking arms. All right, that's it, folks. Cutting it off there. Thank you, MG. Please, everyone, go follow him on Twitter. Twitter.com/virtuososports. He's on YouTube. YouTube.com/virtuososports. You can go to my channel, right hand side. You'll see it. I'm done. My throat is done. I'm sorry that I sounded like absolute fucking garbage in this video. But hey, we wanted to do the review for you. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed UFC 183. I gotta stop talking. Peace.